What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum and something that was actually talked about in about May, June was the potential for the Ethereum market cap to pass the Bitcoin market cap. But because Bitcoin dominance has grown so drastically over the last 4 months, um, you know, the discussion has stopped. But if you've been following Ethereum since May, June, when it really started to make waves in the cryptocurrency market, you probably remember those comments about the Ethereum market cap, taking over. One of the things that was really driving Ethereum at the time was the interest in ICOs. There still is an interest in ICOs, and most of them being built and developed on the Ethereum blockchain. Some of the things that make it that were brought up at that time frame that I'm reflecting on here is Ethereum more important than Bitcoin? So yeah, sure. Right now the Bitcoin dominance is really growing, and Bitcoin just keeps running away with the show. But at what point, or is it even possible for the Ethereum blockchain market capitalization to become more relevant? So there's a couple things to keep in mind. Is Wall Street investor confidence going to be more into Ethereum or Bitcoin? And just some things to keep in mind. So blockchain technology, the distributed ledger system that underpins the digital currency Bitcoin, is getting a lot of attention from Wall Street lately. This is in June 2017, by the way, guys. With uses ranging from cross-border payments to settlements and clearing of over-the-counter derivatives to streamlining back-office processes, the potential for disruption in the financial industry and elsewhere is growing more real each day. While Bitcoin is the most widely used and well-known use case of blockchain, Ethereum may be the killer app that allows for the disruption to finally take place. So what we're saying is, look at all this press that it was getting and all this encouragement that it was getting that still really is there. It's just been dormant. So this kind of commentary will pick back up, which will eventually bring Ethereum back onto the stage. And this leads us to the next point, right? So if we just take a look at something, market cap. So market cap 43 billion, Bitcoin market cap 174 billion. So what happens if all these people who are getting to know about Bitcoin, what if Ethereum starts to become more relevant because of one thing? Bitcoin investment confidence. So investor confidence in Wall Street and other financial sectors, for one reason. They like what Ethereum is because it has something that maybe Bitcoin doesn't. So Bitcoin, a currency, and a lot of people have complained about how the blockchain of Bitcoin is not really even that amazing, although it is really amazing. At the same time, people are getting, carried away thinking that it's maybe not as amazing as some of these other cryptocurrencies that are out there, like IOTA's coming up, even EOS, you got Cardano, and you have many other cryptocurrencies that are really coming onto the scene that are taking away some of Bitcoin's thunder. Even Litecoin, right? But Litecoin already has conceded to the fact that it won't pass Bitcoin. But then again, you have Bitcoin Cash, which just recently almost passed Ethereum market cap. So what I'm doing is I'm leading up to something that is really a very ambitious thought for us to have, but a what if. So the question, this mostly comes from someone who asked me, they said, do you think Ethereum 1 year from now will be priced at $10,000? And I said, well, the only way that it can really even get close to that is it would have to have $1 trillion market cap. Because obviously if there's 96 million Ethereum tokens in circulation, that would come out to about $9,600 if it had $1 trillion market cap, right? So the only way that you could see a $10,000 Ethereum is if it had $1 trillion, a little bit over like $1.1 trillion market cap, right? Is how you would see a $10,000 Ethereum coin. So we've had the conversation about how realistic is it to get Bitcoin to $1 trillion. And contrary to what some think, and I actually think that it is possible to get to a $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap. I don't see it. I don't see it being that difficult. But I also, it could. We already realize it could pull back before it even gets there. So it could take a couple years to get there. But what if? What if this blockchain thing in 2018 becomes really like a craze, a mania, maybe a tulip mania, which would mean that we're in a speculative bubble. But what if it wasn't a tulip mania? What if it was a sustainable bubble backed by real justified research and development into the blockchain, and Wall Street all of a sudden says, "Hey, look, this blockchain technology is the future, and all these ICOs that are out there are great for our economy, the global economy, and sure, a lot of them are going to fail, but some of them are going to succeed. And what's that going to do to the price of Ethereum? Well, it's going to drive it high." And here's some things to point out. So, Ethereum, Byzantine upgrade to take Wall Street attention. It already did take some Wall Street attention. And you can look into how the Byzantium upgrade made an impact on Wall Street's perspective on this cryptocurrency here. So if we just start looking around here, even on the forums, Ethereum market cap, half of Bitcoin, will it ever catch up? That was in May 24th, 2017. Ethereum market cap closing in on Bitcoin, ETH breaks 400. This was 6 months ago. So if we just take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, 6 months ago, look at that. It was really close. I mean, it's been spread out before, but what if it pulls back closer, which it already appears to have been attempting to do? Now, sure, Ethereum has been kind of idling and not really doing too much, but you get the idea that the potential is there if some of these altcoins that are built on the ERC20 token or built on the Ethereum blockchain start making waves. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other cryptocurrencies from Etherscan. These are ERC20 tokens, some of the top ERC20 tokens here: EOS, Outstanding Project, Qtum, Quantum, Omise Go, Golem, 10x Pay. Some of these cryptocurrencies you're going to really be pulling for. Ethos. In order for Ethereum to be taken serious, some of these are going to have to really be something on this Ethereum blockchain. If they're able to take off, then that's going to greatly benefit Ethereum's legitimacy and the whole project of Ethereum. But a lot of it is going to hedge on whether or not these ERC20 tokens are to be taken serious enough. And all of them are very interesting. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. I know this EOS project is light years ahead of where some of these other cryptocurrencies are, but like I said, I mean, most of these are projected to fail, believe it or not. But just because they're projected to fail doesn't mean they will fail. Most of them could succeed. So keep that in mind. Now, if this does happen where, I don't know, maybe a handful of these really take off and become the next, I don't know, I hold short of saying the next Google or the next, because Google is essentially an Ethereum, but even Android is like an Ethereum, and iOS is like an Ethereum, an operating system, right, where applications are built on that. So I can't really say that it's like Google's like on a whole nother level. Apple's on a whole nother level than even Ethereum. But it could be possible that Ethereum becomes like Google or Apple in a sense. So if that does happen, you can expect some massive gains for Ethereum. And just to answer the person's question, the question of could we be looking at a $10,000 Ethereum token? That's what it's going to, or an Ethereum price as an altcoin. And the answer would be, well, we need to see Ethereum's market capitalization go over $1 trillion. So I paint this picture for you. It's very ambitious, but we've seen a massive bull run for Bitcoin. We've seen Bitcoin go over $1 trillion. I mean, go over $10,000, and we've suggested that the market cap for Bitcoin could be $1 trillion. Some have said it could be as high as $5 trillion. How long it will take to get there, we do not know. You know, they say the herd is coming. Then you have other cryptocurrencies to keep an eye on that are altcoins. So you have IOTA, you have Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Dash, you know, Bitcoin Gold, Litecoin, Cardano, Neo. Could they steal some of Ethereum's thunder? That's a whole nother question all in of itself. So there's a very interesting dynamic shaping up here, and I think, if anything, if you take away anything from this video here, it's the potential of Ethereum, but just being aware of some of the dynamics that are in there. So a token is built on the Ethereum blockchain. An altcoin is an alternative cryptocurrency to Bitcoin. Like Ethereum is an altcoin, tokens built, or cryptocurrencies built on Ethereum are called tokens, ERC20 tokens. So I just point this out to you guys because some of you might not know, but some of you will know. And the people that will know, this video was never really intended to be for you because you're already there. But the people who do not know, that's why we make these videos, to educate people on some of the things that they may not know, may or may not know, right? Anyways, guys, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time.